Alright, so let's do this. Copper Dragon gets haste. We can still swing with everything, except for the Chainer, because everything has more than 2 toughness. We get 17 treasures! Woohoo! We'll play out this guy, get a treasure, play Tybalt. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Gnome here, and today we're checking out Crucias, Titan of the Waves. He's a Brothers War Alchemy legendary creature, and we're checking it out in Historic Brawl. When you first look at Crucias, it doesn't immediately jump out at you what to do with the deck. I was going to go down a treasure route when I first was initially building the deck, but it dawned on me, since we're discarding cards, why not try to throw big stuff in the graveyard and try to return it with the graveyard recursion spells we have in black. There's a couple cards in here that I just wanted to go over that might not gel well with the commander, and that's Conspiracy Theorist and Raven Man. Raven Man doesn't see the discarded card from Crucias because they're both end-step triggers. By the time you discard with Crucias, the Raven Man doesn't even trigger because of its ability activating on the end step as well, so it is kind of a nombo, so you might want to take that out. And Conspiracy Theorist, kind of also the same way, but he does get the discard trigger on the attack, so it's totally up to you. You can take those out if you want, but I just wanted to let you guys know. But that's basically the goal of the deck, is to get our big boys out and then swing out, and hopefully we can kill our opponents, or they just scoop from us doing crazy things. One of my favorite cards in here, Archfiend of Ifnir. I try to play this card whenever I can. So with a discard commander, Archfiend of Ifnir is the jam. And the thing that makes Crucias so fun is the fact that it's kind of random and you never know what you're going to get, so sometimes the deck won't actually work, but sometimes it does, and it's really satisfying when it does. But just be aware that the randomization is a factor. The deck gels pretty well together, and I think you're gonna have a blast. So let me know down in the comments how you built your Crucias deck, and let me know how you like this one. So if you guys like it, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If you guys want to snag some paper cards, hit the TCG player affiliate link down below. Unfortunately, you can't snag Crucias, but maybe you can proxy him, make a deck around him, and rule 0 him with your pot. So hopefully you guys can help me out with that by clicking on the link. Stay tuned for the end of the video to see if I will craft this or not. And without further ado, let's get right into it, and let's see how the deck does, shall we? We go first against Nethroi. With a pretty decent hand. We have the return card in our hand. We just have to get something in the graveyard. Return upon the tide, I can get back something. A reassembling skeleton. As you guys know from my last video, I forget which video it was, but the reassembling skeleton was, oh, was it a Liliana video? That's what it was. It was just putting in work, man. It was putting in the work. I think we might be able to handle Nethroi. We might be able to. We don't have any exile effects. I need to put Bojuka Bog. I need to put Bojuka Bog in the deck. And that will help with getting rid of things in the graveyard. He put an Ellish Thorn in the graveyard, which is very scary. So I think we play Crucias as early as possible. I think that's always the game plan. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll discard. We don't have to discard. It's a tough one. Let's get rid of the eliminate. Let's do greater. So now we have something to discard with the Crucias ability, Ancient Brass Dragon. So it would have been nice to have that already, so that way we can go get it next turn. We always want to dump these in the graveyard and then play like a returns from the graveyard spell. Crucias. Okay. Oh, that would use that, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's fine. Let's sack the Crucias. We're gonna leave him in the graveyard. Leave him in the graveyard, and we're going to foretell this. We still have the Fatal Push and the Infernal Grasp, so yeah, let's go pass. We can Fatal Push the Mirror Triton if he tries to mutate onto it. We also need to keep the Infernal Grasp if he tries to mutate onto something. That way he just never gets the mutate ability. So we always want to keep open that mana. It's going to be really crucial. We could Dying to Serve here. We could kind of set ourselves up. Then again, I do want to kind of get Crucias out now. Yeah, let's just get Crucias out now. We'll discard the Black Dragon or Brass Dragon. Let's go for lesser. Got a land. That's always good. The cool thing about these commanders is that they're kind of random sometimes. Like the alchemy commanders, they're random. So, except for probably Rusco. Rusco is just a beast, but they're not always going to work. Like Crucias isn't always going to be crazy good. And this is also a jank deck. So, do with that what you will. We could Dynaserve. We don't have enough mana to Dynaserve and Crucias. Let's just play Crucias. We'll get rid of the Cityscape Leveler. We'll go lesser. Black Market Connections. Non-creature spells cost 2 more to cast, so that's everything in our hand. He needs 7 mana to mutate. Oh, he can bring back the Elesh Norn with the Elspeth. That's bad. Now would be a great time for a Bojuka Bog if we had one. I could Cityscape Leveler. And maybe it doesn't die. Maybe he doesn't have a removal spell because it has to attack. The Skeleton's going to die from Norn coming in, right? But Crucius won't actually die. And he has enough mana to mutate next turn as well. We could Cityscape Leveler, but he'll just bring back the Norn with the mutate on the stack, the mutate trigger from Netheroi, if we try to Cityscape Leveler and blow up the Elspeth Conquer's Death. So we could just Croxa here. Make him discard something. And then we'll leave open mana for a removal spell. Shieldred. We'll pass turn. So we leave up mana. We leave up removal magic. Let's get rid of the Black Market Connections. Let's do Greater. So he's either returning the Shieldred or the Elesh Norn. He's going to try to mutate. We're going to blow up the mutate target. I'm really surprised he got the Shieldred and not the Elesh Norn. I think I would have got the Elesh Norn personally. And I would have swung and then mutated and then got the Shieldred back with the mutate on the stack. That's just me though. Netheroi, so he's going to try to... We'll Fatal Push that because that's the Mirror Triton. That's two mana. Shieldred's bad. We really need to get rid of Shieldred, don't we? Shieldred's bad. Because if he has another mutate, card in his hand, he mutates off a Netheroi. And then we have issues. But we could Cityscape Leveler. So we do have that option to go. We used up all the removal. We could make him discard with the Croxa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we destroy Netheroi, these two are humans, so he can't... Yeah, let's do that. So let's Cityscape Leveler. Yeah, so let's do that. We'll destroy Netheroi. They're both human, so he can't mutate onto them. Let's get rid of the Dynaserve. Yeah. Let's do Greater. Liliana. Let's see if I made a mistake there by destroying his Netheroi. Myriad's Call. Not too bad. Makes angels. So now if he has a land, next turn he can go and get the Norn, the Shieldred. One of those two. Oh, it's power 10 or less. That's what happens when you need to read the card. 10 or less power. Let's see. Dynaserve, Infernal Grass, Blast Market, Fatal Push, and Village Rites. Let's make him discard this last card. It's a land. Return Brash Dragon. Let's get rid of the Liliana. Greater. Copper Dragon. Don't draw a land, don't draw a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a miracle. So he didn't draw a land, so he can't mutate. That is a wonderful thing. Looks like that was the right move playing Croxa. And don't think I didn't see that good game he put earlier. He put good game early. You saw that? You guys see that? Really prematurely. I'm gonna mill. It's actually not bad. I kind of want to mill. Especially with Brash Dragon. Gonna double block? I would. We're just gonna bring it back. Nothing can give me a little buff, right? Nah. So it doesn't do damage. So do we bond? Do we Copper Dragon? Do we Philology? Oh, I should have did that first. I screwed that up. I screwed the pooch. I meant to actually play the... I should have played the Philology into Quidarian. Oh, I can do this actually. Do this, and then when I bring back a card, discard a card, gets rid of the Angel. I'll do this, put that on my Copper Dragon. So that was a really screwed up turn. I kind of did all sorts of things there. I should have played the Philology Antiquarian when I had the Brash Dragon out. Where's the Brash Dragon? When I had the Brash Dragon out, that way I could have played the Unearthed Brash Dragon. Because this gives the duplicate Unearthed. So that would have allowed us to have 2 Ancient Brash Dragons because they're not legendary. So that would have been really good for us. But looks like this is going to work out in our favor. Let's make him discard. He does gain that life. Oh, wait. No, I screwed that up again. We had Bond of Revival there. That's totally my fault. We had the Bond of Revival. Let's bring back the Prosper. We'll the Copper Dragon, get rid of the Velis, get Ulamog, yeah, no, I totally made some misplays here, but it's actually okay, because it actually shows more of the deck, so I'm not too worried about it. I just know I'm going to get grilled in the comments for it. So go ahead, do your worst. But I actually could have won last turn by playing Bond of Revival, because Bond of Revival gives haste. So I could have just played Bond of Revival on one of our creatures in the graveyard. Our flying creatures. Probably the Brash Dragon. And that's a good game, huh? That is GG's, my friend. Swing up top. And that's it. That was a really good game. Showed off what the deck can really do. I made a lot of misplays there, but hopefully you guys can learn from that. This is my first time playing the deck, so don't grill me. But GG's. We go first against Soul of Windgrace. It's a good hand. Let's keep it. Alright, let's play this mountain. Swamp and pass. Could start early. Yeah, let's start early. Play Crucias. Let's get right on it, baby. Let's do lesser. So we get the Infernal Grasp by discarding the Copper Dragon. Lotus Cobra. March or Wretched Sorrow says deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker. We gain next life. So we could get rid of Lotus Cobra here. Yeah, let's do that. He might be salty about this, but it's something we have to do. Let's get rid of the Eliminate. Greater. Prosper. Not bad. He was probably looking to play Windgrace here, because he's probably looking for that red source. Nice, so we can Arcane Signet into Prosper. I should have actually chainered into chainered and then discarded the Prosper. Let's get rid of the chainer and we'll go greater. Let's see what we get. That's what I was hoping to get. I was hoping to get a recursion spell. So that's really good. We got the Bond of Revival. Here comes Soul of Windgrace. Okay. We could have Infernal Grasp there, but I didn't want to waste the treasures. Let's play the land. Let's get a treasure. Let's Bond of Revival. Let's get back to Chainer. And then we'll Infernal Grasp the Windgrace. And then we'll get rid of the swamp. Do greater. Ooh, Valky. That's Tibalt actually, because we have plenty of mana to Tibalt it. That's good though, because we can discard whatever we draw next turn and get the Copper Dragons. Swing with the Copper Dragon, hopefully get a ton of treasures, play Tibalt. Or if he just doesn't get rid of Chainer, I think we got GG's. Perennial Behemoth. That's a good blocker. But it's not a blocker in the air. So we can still play our Copper Dragon. It's going to be lovely. Alright, so let's do this. Copper Dragon gets haste. We can still swing with everything, except for the Chainer, because everything has more than 2 toughness. We get 17 treasures! Woohoo! We'll play out this guy, get a treasure, play Tibalt. Get rid of this guy. And that's going to be our turn. Holy crap. What a series of events that was. Casualties of war. It's the casualties of war. Yeah, let's game. Good game. Wow. That was a dominant force. Okay, opponent goes first. We're up against Chatterfang. Chatterfang's super fast and super annoying to deal with. We do have 2 removal spells. So let's keep it. Chatterfang is one of the stronger commanders in the format. Not a lot of people play him, but he's just a force to deal with. Low cost at 3 mana. And he makes tokens for whenever you make your other tokens. So it's just super, super efficient. Let's play Raven Man. I was thinking about playing, like, keeping up with removal spell, but there's no point this early in the game. Because if he just plays Chatterfang, it's not going to do anything right now. So we can just remove Chatterfang at the instep. I mean, on our turn, not the instep. Yep, no blocks. So, as much as I would love to play our commander here, I think we need to Heartless Act the Chatterfang. You really can't let Chatterfang stick on the board. That's their value engine for drawing cards, removing things. It's just a removal spell on a stick, so Chatterfang really can't stick around. And some people get really salty when you remove their commanders, but it's like some commanders, they just overtake the game so much, you just can't let them stick around. Chatterfang Feather, the Redeemed, is another one that you cannot let stick around. Just a ton of opportunities for things to go wrong when you actually do let those things stick around. So let's Cold Steel Heart. We're going to play this on black. So we have a ton of black things. This is instant, so we'll keep this up along with the Infernal Grasp, and we'll go from there. See, that's the other thing about going first rather than going second, is that they were able to play their commander first, so we had to react to their commander being played since they went first. So, whereas if we would have went first, I probably would have played Black Market Connections and removed the Chatterfang on our turn 4. So Chatterfang. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to play the Inferno Grasp. That's my fault. Fatal Push is a good card. Yeah, I meant to play the Inferno Grasp there. That's okay. So let's play the Crucias. And that's going to be it. We're going to end the turn. Let's get rid of this swamp here. Greater, obviously. We got the big score. Chatterfang costs 7 now. Okay, so he just gets rid of our Crucias. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, gets exile. We don't want to leave it in the graveyard. We don't want to leave it in exile, not graveyard. Phyrexian Flesh Gorger. So he's gonna try to kill us here with the Jewel Thief and Flesh Gorger. Since we are running low on life here, let's play this tapped and play Crucias. And we can actually destroy one of these. We can also destroy Chatterfang with the Fatal Push by sacking our treasure. Let's get rid of Big Score and let's do Greater. We need something big. We didn't get nothing. Go for the Throat. That's very unfortunate. We can leave him in the graveyard though, because we have no one left behind. Teachings of the Keaton. So I guess we Fatal Push here. I really would like to Fatal Push the Phyrexian Flesh Gorger, but we're going to lose 3 life. On top of the 2 life we're going to lose from Jewel Thief. I think we do need to get rid of the Flesh Gorger though. No, let's get rid of the Jewel Thief. Because we're going to take damage from the Jewel Thief anyway because it had Trample. So let's play No One Left Behind. And we'll play Falaji into I can never say that name. It's so hard to say. Falaji Antiquarian. Raven Man, I suppose. And you know what? I'm actually not going to play Black Market Connections because we're going to discard that because we don't need to use it anymore because we're so low in life. We're going to lose life by playing it as well. Greater Ulamog. Wow. This actually might win us the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have more than enough mana. Chatterfang can actually destroy Ulamog with its ability. So, ooh, let's see what he goes and gets. He could get the combo with like Pitiless Plunder and Chatterfang. I'm going to double block here if he swings with the Flesh Gorger. Ravenous Squirrel. Deadly Dispute. So he's just ramping up for his turn. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna double block. Fake your own death. Okay. So it dies. It comes back. Look at that. We just can't target the Flesh Gorger now. That's all it is. Let's do this. Let's play Ulamog and let's just hit his lands. Might as well play the Raven Man. Make sure we don't swing with Crucias. Only thing is, though, we can't attack with Ulamog now at this point. Because if we attack, then we leave ourselves open to the Flesh Gorger. Okay, so let's just pass a turn. Can't do nothing. We'll discard the Swamp. Do Greater. And I mean, if we discard a land, it can literally be anything, so it's the only bad thing about that. And Ulamog is a legendary, so we can't even bring back the Falaji. Oh, that's going to be game. We can leave it in the graveyard. We'll have 1 life. Wow. Hey, Copper Dragon. So Unbreakable Bond brings back the Crucias with a lifelink counter on it. Depending on what he has, if he has like a sacrifice effect, he can sacrifice his creature to whenever his creature dies. Make Massacre triggers. So can we play Copper Dragon and play Unbreakable Bond? So let's do that. No, we can't. Unbreakable Bond's 5. I thought it was 4 for some reason. Blood Artist? Are you kidding me? I wonder if that's what he went to go tutor for. Chatterfing is so annoying. Yeah, we lost that one just from dumb things. Mihawk Massacre and Blood Artist, he just happened to have those cards. Whichever one he tutored for. I don't even know if that's the card he tutored for. Ah, that sucks for us. Good game. We go first against Corvold. Let's see how well we do. I kind of like this. We don't have removal for Corvold, but we could burn down the house, which is good. We could try to fetch for some removal by getting rid of some stuff. We'll see how it goes. So it's Temple. Let's see what we get on top. Dragon Engine. Yeah, we'll keep that on top. Only reason I'm keeping that on top, that's going to be discard fodder for Crucias. So let's play Cold Steel Heart. Go on black since we have a red source here, and on the Temple. Jadar. So let's play Crucius. We're gonna go to end step, get rid of the Dragon Engine. And we're gonna do, let's do lesser. We might hit a land, we might hit, okay, we hit Nykthos. So I was hoping to hit like a removal spell or a land. Ooh, Thoughtseize is good. That do be good. Skeletal Swarm, Death Priest Merkle, Kindling Phoenix. Man, these are all really bad. Destroy target creature. I think we want to get rid of the Skeletal Swarming. We don't have a way to deal with enchantments. Once he gets that, he's just going to make a skeleton every turn. It's not too bad though. We do have to burn down the house. Lots of good stuff he could play there. Let's get rid of Skeletal Swarming. That's gonna give us so much trouble. Let's play the Conspiracy Theorist. Let's swing. Didn't think he'd block. So let's get rid of Dark Ritual. Go Greater. Heartless Act, okay. That'll work. Oh, I don't know why I just exiled it. Whoops. Okay, so some of these cards I put in the deck because I thought they would be decent, but I don't know. Conspiracy Theorist, it sounded good at the time, but now I'm just not so sure. I think Raven Man is the same way. Conspiracy Theorist actually is better than Raven Man, I guess, because you can when he attacks, he actually makes you discard. So let's play the Chainer, Nightmare Adept. Let's swing. I actually forgot that the Decay token can't block. So earlier I was saying I didn't think he'd take blocks. That was me saying that I didn't know that it could block, or I forgot that it could. Let's not do that. Let's not discard, because we discard with the Crucius. Let's get rid of burn down the house. Let's go Greater. Blood in the Snow. Nah, we're not gonna get rid of it. Conspiracy Theorist is here for his attack trigger, not the Crucius ability. I thought he would go well with Crucius, but it seems like it doesn't really work that way. Maybe with like an instant spell. Emo Maiden is getting mana screwed, and seems like we might have the game because of that. Alright, let's discard the Blood Crypt. We're gonna play the Phyrexian Dragon Engine, not Unearth. We're gonna swing. Everything gets swung. Everything gets swung. It's not lethal, I don't think. But he could sacrifice the Cindervines to get rid of the Dragon Engine. Okay. Let's get rid of the Blood in the Snow. Let's do Greater. Shieldred. Shieldred's pretty good. So we can discard Shieldred. Death Sprout. Yep. Oh, wait. Crap. I should have discarded Shieldred. Okay, good game. So in that situation, why I said that, I should have discarded Shieldred before the Desperate killed the Chainer. That way, Shieldred would have been in the graveyard. Then I could have played Blood for Bones. Yeah, I would have got Shieldred out with Blood in the Bone. GG's. Oh man, this is a really good hand. We have 3 lands, 2 recursion spells, a spell to put in the graveyard, and a board wipe. Only thing I could ask for is change one of these recursion spells with the mana rock. I like it. Let's go for it. They go first. So they play the Warlock class coming out. Warlock class can be a pretty good card, especially for a deck like this, Aristocrat decks. That level 3 can be totally obnoxious. Soul Warden. Okay, looks like you're trying to get your life total up there, buddy. The deck is about getting life just as much as it is about your opponents losing life. So we didn't draw any land. This might suck for us. But let's play Crucias. And then we're going to get rid of the Shieldred. And let's do lesser. We get a land. That's really good. It's kind of what you hope for in these situations where you don't have any land in hand. And you get rid of like a high cost creature and you need land and you put lesser and you get a land. And that's just super good. Crucias is just really solid card. It's a really fun card, I think. Oh crap, Vampire Scrivener. He's gonna do work to us. Yeah, we have to take it. I think it's Death Touch. There's some land. So we could play Shieldred. I could also burn down the house here, because we have this to worry about. And that can get super huge. And that's going to get out of reach of the burn down the house, because we don't have a removal spell yet. So I think we just go for the burn down the house. As much as I don't want to. Yeah, actually, let's leave Crucias in the graveyard. Because no one left behind can bring it back for basically 2 mana. So that kind of slows him down too, by us doing that. Because he gets rid of this stupid vampire. Oh god, Heliod would have been so bad for us if we would have left that. So let's Prosper can be really good. Chainer can also be really good. I think I want a Crucias though. I want to get Crucias out. That's right, I forgot we can get Shieldred out. You know what? Let's do that. Let's get Shieldred out. So they don't sacrifice a creature, but we can bring back Crucias with the Shieldred. That's why I wanted to get it out. It is a big target, but they're going to have to waste their removal spells on it. And we could just get it back with the Chainer, so that's why I'm not too worried about it. Like, I wanted to save no one left behind for Crucias, but Shieldred can get back Crucias. But if Shieldred dies, then it just slows down our game plan a little bit. So it doesn't die, so we're good. So that's Prosper. We're going to swing in with our Mommy Shieldred. Prepare to lose some life. Let's get rid of... Actually, let's get rid of Black Market Connections. Let's go Greater. Burning Rune Demon. Let's go... When you get Prosper and Crucias out at the same time, it's like you're getting just so much value. You get the card that Prosper exiles, and then you get the... So let's... Okay. He was going to Giant Killer the Shieldred, and I had Village Rights to sack it so we can draw cards. Ah, GG's. Such a good deck, I love it. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that one. Rakdos is so much fun to play when it actually does what you want it to do. Crucias just gives you so much value, especially with the other cards on board, especially with something like a Prosper or Chainer. Just makes the deck so good. Chainer gives your creatures haste, so you can discard a card and then cast like a Copper Dragon or cast a Brash Dragon. You can just go to town there, man. It's just a really fun deck. As far as I would craft this, If you guys have the cards and you're only missing a couple, I would definitely craft them. If you need like a Ulamog, you can probably sub that out. If you need like a Velas, if you need like a Sheoldred, or you need a Brash Dragon, you can probably sub those out for like bigger creatures that are lower in rarity. But I think the deck is really fun if you need a Rakdos deck to put in your pocket just to play for funsies whenever. I think this is the one, so definitely a craft for me. So I'm gonna get off here. I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next one.